Welcome, Crow's Cupboard Tribe. I'm starting a series of tutorials on Western astrology, and I would love your input on which direction these tutorials should take. If there are any topics you would like to know more about, please leave that information in the comments attached to this video. Your input will directly shape the direction and the path of this educational series. Anything you'd like to know more about astrology, I would love to hear about and add to wherever possible. So whatever input you give me, I will be applying to the educational path that these videos are meant to represent. To get the ball rolling, I'm going to talk about modalities in astrology today. Modalities are oftentimes not given as much attention as the elements. In my opinion, understanding signs through the modalities is often much more valuable than understanding signs through the elements. Modalities are the modes by which signs accomplish tasks, the modes by which signs exert their energy. They're based also, if you are looking at this from the perspective of traditional astrology or tropical astrology, as I do, based on the seasons of the year. The cardinal signs begin seasons. The fixed signs represent the middle of seasons, and the mutable signs represent the ends of seasons. Aries starts spring and is a cardinal sign. Cancer starts summer and is a cardinal sign. Libra starts fall and is a cardinal sign. Capricorn starts winter and is a cardinal sign. These signs exhibit the mode of cardinality, so they are very rigid and inflexible. They have to initiate things, they begin things. By being those that begin processes or actions, they have to be very focused and very dedicated in everything that they do. And so we might think of them as being stubborn. These are the kinds of personality types that believe it is their way or no way. They are the ones who are very direct and sincere and absolute about almost everything that they do. On the one hand, they're very reliable people. They say what they mean and they mean what they say. On the other hand, you might think of them as overly dominant or overbearing. Fixed signs that represent the middle of seasons are very much based on the emotional state that they are experiencing in the moment. Their modes fluctuate. Their mode might seem cardinal at times, or it might seem mutable at times. Their flexibility is based on where they're at in terms of how much attention they feel like they're receiving or what they feel like they need to accomplish. The middle of spring is represented by Taurus. The middle of summer is represented by Leo. The middle of fall is represented by Scorpio, and the middle of winter is represented by Aquarius. What all these signs have in common is that they will appear to change without any warning. These personality types are the ones that, with absolutely no notice whatsoever, will change on a dime. This is because they are ruled very much by their emotional states, and their modes, the energy by which they accomplish tasks, will have to find some deeper compass that points in the direction of whatever they're experiencing in the moment. So the one thing you can say about all of the fixed signs is that you might not be able to predict what they're going to do, because depending on when you find them and where you find them, their mood will very much dictate how they exert their energy. Finally, mutable signs represent the ends of seasons, the exits of seasons, and are the most flexible signs. Gemini represents the end of spring. Virgo represents the end of summer. Sagittarius represents the end of fall. And Pisces represents the end of winter. As mutable signs, these are the ones who adapt quickly and are able to navigate multiple circumstances in such a way that they are almost not at all impacted by the efforts of others. On the one hand, a lot of these signs get criticized for being emotionally detached. the kinds of people who can cut you off and never speak to you again. On the other hand, these people are typically applauded for their ability to adapt to almost any circumstances of any kind whatsoever. Their survivability is remarkable. Interestingly, it is also something that we see in terms of exhibiting stress. Mutable signs don't typically exhibit the stress that they suffer. Fixed signs, depending on when you find them, might over-exhibit or under-exhibit. And cardinal signs are known for over-exhibiting the stress that they suffer. This is because what they are experiencing, each sign, based on their mode, may or may not feel the compulsion to externalize. Each section of the zodiac either exhibits a great deal externally or internally. Cardinal signs are the most external. Fixed signs may be external or internal, depending on their emotional state. And mutable signs tend to be very, very internal. So this is also something that we might want to consider when we contemplate how extroverted or introverted a person might be. The introversion factors we think of as mutable factors. The extroversion factors we think of as cardinal factors. So the modalities in understanding people and the way they think are, in my opinion, much more valuable than other tools that people will use in the toolbox of astrology in understanding people, how to get along with them, and what to do with them. The next time you're thinking about how someone's going to react to something, ask yourself, well, what's their modality? What mode do they accomplish tasks through? Are they cardinal? Are they fixed? Are they mutable? This is also a great question to ask yourself if you have to get someone's help on something, or if you have to depend on someone for something. So it's important for us to apply lots of different tools from our astrology toolbox when we're going through our life, but some of these tools you'll get a lot more use out of than others. And I think contemplating modalities is one of those extremely useful tools. So, looking forward to your comments, and until next time, take care.